Guys, it's time for another announcement. Reddit versus Symthic, another community match. That's right. Remember a few months back when we did a Reddit versus 4chan and it was pretty fun? We're doing it again. So this time around, it's the Reddit community versus the Symthic community. Well, what is the Symthic community? It's the community that does all the weapon stats. The weapon stats, the vehicle stats, all different combinations. It does the cool sprays and stuff to show where the bullet movement is, that kind of thing. We're playing against that community. And this video hopefully gives you an idea of what this is all about and hopefully gets you interested in playing. So that being said, 24 versus 24, that's the match type. Let's go right into the details. 24 versus 24 on 3 maps: Cassian Border, Carg Island, Grand Bazaar, and the winner receives $1 million. I don't know about that, but that's what I was told. The Reddit team is going to be consisting of 35 to 40 players, 6 of which will be invited, but almost everyone else will have to play for tryouts. Yes, tryouts. It's not going to be like last time. There was a lot of criticism on the last Reddit community matches where they said, daskro, this isn't even fair. It's all team stacked. Everyone's trying too hard. This isn't fair. You got to make it a bit more egalitarian, so that's what we are doing this time around. Going to take random Redditors who are Redditors. That's really important to play in this match. Now, this is being organized by a couple of regulars on Reddit. Crappy Medic, who organized some of the past Reddit vs 4chan matches. Big Mac and Moroso, who are 2 regulars who have played in those matches. And myself, daskro. You guys know this, you're watching my channel. And it's also going to be admin by a few other guys. Seek Gamer is going to be doing some anti-cheat stuff. And then UK Dude 20 is going to be doing the actual admin of the matches themselves. If you want more info, you can check it out below instead of listening to me. But let's go into more details. And finally, Reddit rules to enter. Well, you got to have a microphone. If you don't have a microphone, you're not going to be able to effectively communicate, and it's just not going to work out. We're going to be using either TeamSpeak or Ventrilo or Mumble. We're going to be using one of those things, but nonetheless, you do need a microphone. 2, you got to be an active Redditor, which means that you have to be registered on Reddit before August 9th, and you got to have a comment or a post before August 9th. If we don't have that criteria, we may get a bunch of people that just want to jump on and play, but don't really represent that Reddit community. So that is a requirement. It's non-negotiable. Moving on. We have 4 tryout dates. On each of these tryout days, you show up. We're going to play some scrims. We're going to talk about maps. And we're not looking for people with really high scores. We're not looking for people with really high stats. We're not looking for someone that has a bunch of really high scores per minute, like an 900 score per minute, or 25-30% accuracy on their guns. We're not looking for that. What we are looking for are 2 attributes. 1, you have to be a good communicator. It means good at listening and also good at describing what's going on as articulately and effectively as possible. 2, we're looking for people that know the maps. For people who have studied the maps, that know the callouts. And you can check out the links below. We're going to talk about this a lot. In the links below, you can check out some videos that talk about some of the callouts of the maps. Grand Bazaar is the map that we'll be doing these tryouts on. So study Grand Bazaar. Study how it's played. Play in some pubs and figure out how you attack B, how you attack A and C points. How do you play it? Knowing how the maps are played and knowing the stats and the various strats, tactics, and callouts is critical. That's going to be so much more important than being a really top fragger or being someone who reses people a lot. We're looking for people that know the map. So with all that being said, no stats requirement. You can try out if you're an active Redditor. Please do. Show up for these dates, and hopefully we'll see you there. That being said, let's go to our first of many sessions talking about Grand Bazaar with me, Moroso, and Big Mac. And in future episodes, we'll also have Crappy Medic, but he couldn't show up this time around, but that's okay. On to the tactics and strategies. All right, here we are on Grand Bazaar. This is the first map we'll be playing. This will also be the first map that you, as a Redditor, will have a chance to compete in to try to get one of those spots. I'm here with Big Mac and Moroso, both from Minions, but also 2 active Redditors. So, Moroso and Mac, welcome. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
How's it going, Reddit?
I hope the Reddit said, yes, I'm doing good. I sure as hell am doing good.
I sure hope so.
Let's talk a little bit about ourselves and talk a little bit about why we're doing this. So, Big Mac, what's your deal?
I have been a Redditor for about, I want to say, a year and a half, maybe 2 years now. Long before I started playing Battlefield 3. And I really enjoy the community. I think they get a lot of good discussions going. And we've been doing these Reddit matches for a while. And this is sort of the third installment. And I like helping out, try to get them organized, and just get the community more involved. You know, bring everyone together and play some large-scale, somewhat competitive matches.
And Marissa, what about you? Do you got a similar tale?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as Big Mac. I've been on Reddit for about 2 years. I really want to help expose competitive play in Battlefield, because I feel like it has kind of a bad rap. And I think if more people were able to try it out, that they would start to look at it more serious, kind of light. So that's my motivation for doing this.
Well said. And then I'm daskro. I've been playing Battlefield competitively for 10 years now. And played in every Battlefield game, with the exception of Battlefield Vietnam. I only played that a little bit. I've also been a Redditor for 3 years. I had my 3-year anniversary not too long ago, my Reddit birthday, or my cake day, as they call it. Not too big on the whole cake day thing, but whatever. And again, I like you, Marasso, I'm doing it because I want to show people, give you guys sort of a feel for, there's more out there than just playing around a public server. You can play with your friends, you can play with these communities, and play against other communities. And that's what I want to see. I want to see these communities get involved, because I know there's a lot of you out there. There's a lot of communities that are in platoons that organize together, and sometimes they'll pub stomp. That's okay. But you really got to try out some of this more organized match play. And so that's what this is all about. We're going to be utilizing the Battlefield matches system, as I mentioned earlier, and it's all going to be very exciting. But enough about me talking about myself and this. Instead, let's talk about Grand Bazaar. So on this map, we're going to go over a few different spots to give you guys a feel for what the map is all about. We're not going to go over every little call-out spot. You can check out the link below to see all the various call-outs that are out there. Instead, we're going to talk a little bit more about tactics. How do you take these points? How do you play them? So with that being said, we're going to talk about B spot. So Mac and Marissa, which one do you want to go first?
Oh, I'll go first. I got a kind of a general tip on attacking B. A lot of people come up to the B flag, and they kind of sit back here on these stairs because they can hide really easily. And they peek down and they try to get picks way down at the end. But the problem with that is they're not being productive. They're getting kills, but they're not doing much with them. Instead, they need to move up and try to get into the actual flag burn. Now in here, obviously I have much worse of an angle on these folks attacking from the other end. But the thing is, I don't need to attack. I am burning the flag. They need to fish me out. So I can stay back, hold a peek, maybe pop out the corner every once in a while, take a rocket shot, whatever I've got. But the thing is, people need to just fight on the flags. Instead of hanging back and trying to get kills, which is, of course is always good, try to get those kills from a more productive area where you're actually taking the flag. And that's kind of my basic tip.
Very cool. Marissa, what about you?
I want to talk about pushing the flag at the right moments. For example, over here in Golden, if you have players trying to get on that burn that Mac was talking about, they need to have support from the people back here at the arches side. And this works for both sides of the map. Pushing through tiles, having support from the A arches, and pushing from Golden and having support from the C arches. So don't just run out. You gotta remember there's gonna be 24 people on the other team. You can't just run out here like an idiot and get yourself killed because it's not productive.
Now, Marissa, do we stop right here at this first little room because we can cap it, or do we keep on moving on?
Depends on the situation, but it's better to post up here and kind of stay on this burn and contest the flag than sitting all the way back here and not doing anything, just like Big Mac said. Because right here, Dasker, you're in the burn, but me, I'm not. I'm not helping anyone in any way. So that's kind of my point.
Both good tips, and I want to share something else that some people know about, but not a whole lot know about. For those that are observant, I'm not running medic. I'm actually running engineer. And when you run this, you can push a certain point on B, and you can fire at any of these second or third floor areas, and it create rubble. And it does damage. So Marasso took quite a bit of damage. And we'll be back in just a minute as the round restarts. And we're back with a lot more tickets, talking about destructible areas on B. So I am run engineer, and when I'm run engineer on B, I can actually blow up a lot of these second and third and fourth floor areas. Watch this. That rebel comes down, and oh no, they all died. They all die because the rubble does a lot of damage to you. If you're directly under it, it's going to give you a kill, but if you're next to it, it's going to do a lot of damage to you. And look at this. This was just 2 sections. We can keep on blowing them up. I can actually fire this really, really high. Oh, am I going to die? Oh, I didn't die. I got 15% health, but unfortunately, Morasso was not so lucky. Now, it's limited not just to this. So this is good to have to know that if you know they're on the B cap or on their open area, you can launch these rockets or in 320s and take them out. But you can also blow up some other sidewalls here and there. You can blow up this sidewall here, where if we were to put this rocket out, and now we have this all exposed. It's all exposed, so while I'm still capping B, Morasso now has a really good shot on me. It actually puts me in sort of a vulnerable position. But it also allows me to sort of look at B and to aim at it as needed. And these sort of things are present throughout this map in one respect or another. There are certain objects that you can blow up with a rocket, such as all these wooden container crates. You can also blow up this entire little wall right here. Check this out. Is this a building or is this a room? Let's find out.
It's a room, yeah.
Oh, bam, it blows up, and here we are. I have a little room for myself that I can hide and peek. Now, I'm not in the cap radius, but it's another area that I can hide and peek and check out B and fire accordingly. So these are just a few of the spots on B that you can blow up and use to your advantage. You can actually blow this up one more time. Oh, now you got 2 rooms, so now it's a double. Those sort of things are good to know, good to remember, because as you play this, the environment's going to change as the conflict becomes more intense, and knowing where these different things are can really give you the advantage you need. So that being said, this is the end of talking about B. Let's close this up and talk a little bit more about the Reddit event and some tips and tricks, suggestions on how you can play. So that being said, Big Mac, any thoughts?
We'd like as many people as possible to try out. Everyone's welcome. There's no stat qualification or anything along those lines. We just want you to be a good communicator, learn the callouts, and be a team player. And that's really what this is all about, is team gameplay in an FPS.
And like I said before, you can check out some of the callouts in the links below. They are there. And just to emphasize this, the stats don't matter. You can be a guy with only 10% accuracy, but if you know the callouts and you can communicate effectively, and you gotta have a microphone, mind you. You can't communicate effectively if you don't have a microphone. If you have those things and if you can call it out, you are going to be an effective player, and you're gonna be a lot more viable to the Reddit team than if you are just a guy that loves to res people or a guy that loves to throw C4. We want team players.
I don't care if you can go 20-1, but if you still lose the flag you're defending, that's not helping. But if you can go 2-10, but you keep that flag, well, then you've completed your job. And that's the kind of thing we need. We need people that can communicate and work with a team.
Indeed. Marassa, do you have any closing things to talk about?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say to get on this team, you're gonna need to do a little bit of homework. Big Mac and I and daskro, we play some really competitive people in this game, and we have some pretty high standards as far as what we're looking for. But the biggest #1 factor is communication and knowing the spots on the map. And Dastro's gonna link a video that has all the callouts for this map laid out. So if you study that and really understand it and can really communicate that while we're playing during the tryouts, then you have a really good shot at making it on this team.
Indeed, and
that's pretty much it.
And competitive experience is not required. The only thing that's required is that you have to be an active member of the Reddit community. You can check out the links below to see a little more information about what we mean by that, because this really is a team of Redditors, and so we are going to be challenging other communities. We're challenging our first challenges with Symthic. You people would know them best from their weapons guides, all the various stats that they have on their weapons and vehicles and what have you. We're playing them first, but this isn't the only community we're playing against. If you're part of a community and you're just watching this and you say, these Redditors are not that good, I could beat these guys anytime. Challenge us. We want to be challenged. We want to play against other communities. So if you're with a platoon that has 30, 40 people that are active and want to play together, and you're tired of playing pub stomps, challenge us. Message one of us. You can message us in one of the links below, and we will play against you guys. We want to play against you guys because I think that whether we win or lose, or whether you win or lose, you're going to have a fun time playing, and it's going to be exciting, and you're going to want to play this kind of activity more and more. So, anything else, guys? Morasso, Big Mac.
Yeah, I'd like to let everyone know that although we're only going to be picking a few people, we are planning on holding a Reddit versus Reddit 32v32 match sometime in maybe the next week or so after this Symthic match. So for all the people that try out and they don't maybe quite make the cut, we got something for you, and for everyone else too. So, you know, learn those calls so we can have some fun when we're playing with other Redditors.
All right. And also, one more thing for that Reddit versus Reddit match. It's not going to be the Reddit A team versus the B team. It will be a mix. So don't worry. If you don't make the cut, you're not going to be on the losing team, either for that matter. Morasso and Big Mac, thank you for doing this. We'll be doing more videos talking more about the maps we playing against and some tips, tricks, strategies, and tactics for these maps so that when you guys play with us, we'll play better and we'll hopefully get that win. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you later.
See you later.
All right, that was really good.
Sorry I laughed over here because it sounded like daskro was gonna make a joke like, is this a door or is it a building? And then Mac's like, it's a door! I was lost it, I'm sorry. It was so
It's a door.
It's a door! Yep.